Hello and welcome back to Helldivers 2 Loadout Roulette. Today's loadout is the Plaz 101 Purifier. I never use this, so this is going to be interesting. People say it's good. I'll take their word on it. The Laz 58 Talon and the G4 gas grenade. The fun part is with the Talon, we have the Democracy's Deputy Armor. So we get to be a space cowboy. Gunslinger. It's a passive, that's for sure. Sidearm reload speed, draw holster speed, and recoil reduction. It's something. But we have the light gunner helmet, because combined, we kind of have an NCR Ranger outfit. A little bit of semi-Fallout New Vegas drip. And then Veil the Valorious Vagabond, because the brown kind of goes together with the top of the duster. I mean, it literally is just the top of a duster, I realized. Huh. But we are going up against the Terminids, so I will see you in the mission. Alright. So, our loadout is, call that in quick, the 110mm rocket pod, sterilizer, mortar sentry, and Gatling sentry. I kind of want to use the air burst, but it goes against the spirit because we got a free stratagem. So we're using what we got, for better or for worse. Mostly for worse. But yeah, if you have been living under a rock for, honestly, since this whole Gloom event drop, you wouldn't know how bad the performance for this game has gotten. Some people have claimed that the game has fried computer parts, which I don't think is accurate. I think stuff like GameGuard puts a lot of strain. And then, of course, the fact that Arrowhead isn't that good at optimizing. So that's kind of an issue. But I don't think it's the game itself just like vaporizing people's hardware. Mostly because if it is, then Arrowhead better pray they have a real good set of clauses in the in their terms of service, otherwise they're pretty screwed. Liberty dispensed. Damn, this thing hits hard. And I shouldn't have reloaded, but it's pretty good for ammo efficiency. But yeah, the performance has gotten so bad, people have, to a degree, figured out it is roughly, for like automaton mission crashes, it's roughly every time you hit between 1,000 and 1,000 or 1,500 kills, the game will just hard crash. Which would explain the episodes I've done on here where it crashes. Calling down a sentry. It's a bummer, but it's nice to know we can kind of roughly pin down what's going on. And the devs finally came out and said, hey, yeah, we're delaying content to actually get this game in a better state, which I am both happy and disappointed, because on one hand, it is good. They should take responsibility and actually fix their issues. But it's also the matter of you let it get this bad. And that's what really sucks, is letting it get so bad and so out of hand that you can't avoid it anymore and you have to go, oh, our bad, we're gonna resolve this ASAP. We'll go help with the objective. Dropping a pin, west, 100 meters. But that is a buddy bunker. Yeah, that kind of saw that one coming. Yeah, you can even tell, just like right now, this frames are chugging. Like, oh my god, it has never been this bad. Like right now, a bunch of planets. I had to hunt for a planet to play on because a bunch of them have gloom and gloom fog. The gloom strain when they explode and release the clouds, all tank performance.
Marking location.
So, seeing that happen, it's like, ah, god.
I'm on it.
Apparently, Arrowhead's saying they're working on a new game. That is... I'll grab the stuff, damn. They're working on a new game on Unreal, which, on one hand, good. Get some experience with Unreal. On the other, you really need to fix this. And I know it's a difficult thing to do, but it probably should get ported. Yeah, it's going to put a lot of strain on the team, but I think it's kind of necessary. If I was running Arrowhead, I would probably bring on people temporarily, get a port going. It's gonna suck because the downloads, just to get everything installed, is gonna be just miserable.
Requesting sentry.
But, like I said, how long can this game survive its current, like its current setup? Because I don't think it's very long. If we're having these issues now, we're going to have these issues again. We're going to have these issues 6 months, year down the line. We can't keep having, like, I think Odo had said, you can't keep having a 60-day plan every 120 days. That kind of strategy will make you bleed money faster than anything. You look at the player counts right now, and they are far lower. There's a lot of people who have been saying, I used to be able to play this game and get like 60 FPS, 1440p, and now I'm on like 1080, and if I'm lucky, I can hit 40 frames. There's a lot of issues, and I wonder if the devs will even solve the right issues. Because it becomes hard to fix things if you have 100 problems. If you're just taking a scattershot approach, you could fix important things, you could fix minor things. A fix could break something else. Technical debt is a real kick in the balls. I hope for the best, though. I would like to see this game keep going. It is fun. I know I gripe a lot, but like many things, it's not because I'm a hater, or it doesn't even generate clicks. I don't even clickbait it and be like, worst game of 2025. No, I don't do it because that's not my goal. I like Helldivers, I like the setting, I see a lot of potential. And it disappoints me to see that potential squandered to see a game that's really cool get mismanaged. Because you look around, Glenn Schofield recently, he was one of the, I believe, the producers for Call of Duty for a while. He worked on Dead Space, the first one. He did Callisto Protocol, not exactly a highlight, but best to point out what he's done. And he even said, yeah, the industry is battered and beaten at this point. And I certainly agree with that. The industry is in a hell of a place between layoffs, ballooning budgets, all that. To see more games fail sucks. And I've seen people, granted, I consider them just pundits within gaming, you know, former like COD pros and stuff talking, and content creators who've been like, oh, people just like to hate on games. And it is the most overly reductive and inaccurate statement I think you can make. Because I don't think anybody enjoys hating on games. You know, this is our hobby. This is, for some people, their job. What good does just hating for the sake of hate do? People are just tired. They're fed up. It's, in some cases, for some franchises, 10, 15 years of mismanagement. You watch that happen long enough and yeah, people are gonna get pretty jaded. People are gonna be kind of bitter. You can't blame them. People have passion for these things. I just want this game to be better because it's unique. We haven't had another game like this, and I don't think we will have another one for 4 to 8 years. And I'm not talking a sequel, I'm talking competitors. Given the average development cycle now, it will probably take that long for someone to come up with something. Or it'll be something that comes out in like a year or two as an indie. Oh. Yeah, I'm interested in what will be coming down the pipeline. I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to have another situation like a few months ago, where we had a war bond and then like a war bond almost right after. And we were all just kind of like, hey, what's going on here? This is a really short window. Because the whole time that this stuff is going on, that whatever technical debt is being consolidated, your artists are still working. You can't tell an artist to program, and if you do, you're begging for disaster. But so they're going to be doing stuff this whole time, making more war bonds, more armor, and it only makes sense to kind of push them out, especially when you're getting close potentially to another, big season event. I figure for now we won't have a big season event. That's kind of the Automaton Death Star deal, which I think that's already far enough in the pipeline that that's not going to be affected too much by these fixes. I think maybe towards the end it'll get a little waylaid, but initially No, I think it should be just chugging along as per usual.
Another triumph for managed democracy. May liberty guide your safe extraction. Dropping a pin, east, far.
Wish this sandstorm was done.
Requesting air support.
Oh god, this sterilizer just...
Canister's empty.
I'd rather just be punched in the balls. There's more tactical value in a kick to the nuts than the sterilizer. That said, the Purifier, I see it. I see the vision. I see why people like it. Having to wait for the charge up kinda sucks, but that's just because I don't like waiting. But the damage, it feels better than it used to. Because I remember getting this thing, and my first thought was this is awful and I never want to touch it again. But it certainly feels a lot better. I don't know if that's the result of actual changes or suddenly me just getting good. Maybe a little bit of column A, maybe a little bit of column B.
Sending in an eagle.
Yeah, god, this frame rate. I've never had it this bad. And considering these games are usually built around console, seeing the performance hit that bad, I think that's a sign that this is in a very, very rough state.
Requesting sentry.
Which is unfortunate. I've seen it mentioned how Arrowhead's aware to a degree of how bad the performance is, because when the Gloom strain shows up, you know, the explode into a little cloud of spores, they show up on a planet with fire tornadoes. They will never have fire tornadoes active or on at the same time. And I think that's a pretty funny situation. That they're aware enough to be like, yeah, this is gonna kill frames. God, the airburst launcher is calling to me like Green Goblin's mask. But I know I can't use it. It defeats the spirit of it. Even though it's free, the thing is I would just not use the sterilizer. It's one of those classic, if I had the choice, I'm never using this thing. Uh-oh. I think one thing for certain on my Helldivers wish list would be a complete rework of the element system.
Calling in
so much of it needs to be reassessed. Just because, like I said, the rumors of a cryo war bond, if cryo is just, hey, you slow guys now, I don't think there's value. You need a lot more to it. I think gas and acid need to be separate entities that we have access to. Fire has been reworked like, what, 2-3 times now? I'm starting to think they don't really have a clue as to what to do with fire.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
And it's a bummer because it feels like one of those things that's very self-evident what you do. But, I don't know, I think the system, it was fine at launch. Whoop, there I go. But I think it's definitely, it hasn't evolved with the game. And that's a problem a lot of games face, is elements that didn't feel like they needed to change or evolve don't. And then it's so long that when it needs to change, everybody just kind of looks at each other and is like, what do we do now, guys? A great example is like Warframe. Warframe, they had to tweak how the system worked, because back in the day you could run the rainbow build and have every element on your weapon. Was it a good choice to change that? Yeah, I think so. There are things they've wanted to change for years that they never got around to, like multi-shot consuming ammo. I'm glad they never changed that, because that would have been miserable. But yeah, just some systems need to be adjusted. And that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.